Hello class. My presentation today is Pickering v. Board of Education 1968. The fact: Marvin L. Pickering was a teacher in Township High School District. On Thursday, September 24, 1964, graphic newspaper published his letters. The letter contained information that criticized the Board of Education's allocation of school funds between educational and athletic programs. And also, it criticized the superintendent's way of informing the information of true reason of increasing the tax for schools. After the school and the Board of Education read the newspaper, they decided to fire Mr. Pickering according to the Illinois statute law. On March 27, 1968, Mr. Pickering brought the situation to the Weld County District Court after the hearing. Moreover, the final decision on this case was made on June 3, 1968, same year. So the history, of course, they went to the hearing first, but the hearing committee rejected Pickering's claim and upheld the dismissal. So he took it to the district court, and district court Court of Appeal, and it's all the way, it's Pickering v. Board of Education, all the way to Supreme Court. Okay, so appellant, which is Pickering. Appellants claim that the First and the 14th Amendment protect his writing. Therefore, the Board of Education could not fire him from his current position. However, the board found that there were many false, not true, false information in the letter. And they believe that the letter was detrimental to the efficient operation and administration of the schools of the district. And the district court agreed with the appellee's point of view, and they also believe that as a teacher, he had to refrain from making statements about the school's operation. Therefore, the dismissal remained. And then Pickering took it to the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal. After the Court of Appeal reviewed the proceeding from the hearing and the lower court, the judges agreed on the decision made by the district court. Therefore, the decision is affirmed. So, he took it all the way to the Supreme Court. The judges believed that Pickering's writing showed the interest of a teacher and also as a citizen towards the public concern, which is tax and education in this case. And also, the information does not show the possibilities it would affect Mr. Pickering's teaching performance and duties. Therefore, the decision from the Court of Appeal was revised. So the question: was Pickering's right of the First Amendment got violated when the Board of Education decided to dismiss him for sending a critical letter to the newspaper publisher? The whole answer is yes. The information that Mr. Pickering mentioned in his letter was public concern and questions for the general. Therefore, it should be protected by the First Amendment. Furthermore, there is no evidence that shows the false statement in the letter was knowingly or recklessly made. Also, the letter does not show any harmful effect towards the board, school, and Mr. Pickering after all. The rule of laws. And first, of course, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, religion, press, and assemble. And U.S. 14th Amendment, rights guaranteed, privilege and immunity of citizenship, due process and equal protection. and Illinois statute law, and I will show you more detail afterwards. The next law case was New York Times Corporation v. Sylvan, 1964. The court used the standard that decide from this case as a reference of the statement was knowingly or recklessly made. The next case they mention a lot is K. Sheehan v. Board of Regents, 1967. The court used this case as the reference of a teacher who made a public comment about employees' public service. The Illinois statute law, they dismiss the teacher where I highlighted. It is opinion, the interest of the schools require it. This is the section that they use to fire Mr. Pickering. The Supreme Court believed that when Mr. Pickering was writing the critical letters, he was written as a general citizen who concerned about the public Christians, and there was no evidence that to show that the false statements were knowingly or recklessly made. Concurred and dissenting. There's only one justice joined the dissenting, which is Mr. Justice White. However, Mr. Justice White, he agreed with the rest of the justices that Mr. Pickering's writing was protected under the First Amendment. However, here is his word. He said, it is not satisfied for the court to make the decision based on a cold record that they have now. And also, he believed it would be more appropriate to remand this case to the state's court for further proceedings. Significant case. So educators need to understand that the First and the 14th Amendments always protect us even when we walk into the school gate. And also, when we make a public comment, we need to make sure that the source of information are reliable and correct. And also what is important is that when we make a public statement about the school business, we must first be submitted to the authority to check for the accuracy. And thank you for your listening.